Going on, everybody? Today I wanted to take a look at the Anvil Liberator, the new, I guess you could say, capital ship that came out during the CitizenCon. Um, this is a new ship to, you know, it has a specific job, a specific category, and outside of the Kraken and maybe Hercules, no Kraken, there's really no other ship that can do what this ship can do. Hauling light fighters, small, pretty much all land vehicles, actually, I believe. This thing can take you clean across the system. It has two large quantum fuel tanks and a large quantum drive. If I remember correctly, this is identical to a Carrack. I believe it is identical to a Carrack, but it's under a capital class. I'm not sure why, but it is. I think it might get bigger, so it might be something that if you are in the least bit interested in uh, logistics, transportation, it might be something that you keep your eye on. Hercules owners, especially the M2, this, if you know you're all about transport, this may be a ship. No, this is a ship that I would strongly suggest you consider. Now, okay, it has two size fives, two size fives right here. That's okay, but the placement of it, it could be better. It could be better. They could put some underneath the belly. It definitely needs some underneath the belly, but there aren't any. So as of right now, it does definitely have a weak point. But because of all of the ships that you can put on top, it can double as security. Problem with that is this ship is supposed to hold um, two souls on board. Now, will it have a life support large enough to hold more? I would think so, but at this point, we just can't say. It has two beds and only two beds. So unless your ship has or your vehicle has a bed in it, I don't know what you're gonna do. So I honestly I anticipate a change in that in the future. But for right now, that's what we're working with. We got uh, a pilot and a co-pilot. That's it. So scratch all of this. You see it. It's not much to look at. It's identical to a Carrack. Brand new players that might not understand. That means that this ship can go very long range. Like I said earlier, it can go far. In Stanton, it doesn't matter. Pyro, it's going to mean everything. When they release Pyro next year, hopefully, there's going to be a mass exodus of players jumping from Stanton and going into Pyro. Hopefully with a plan, because if you don't have a plan, you're going to find out really quickly where you're jumping to. You know, when you run into some pirates and you need to get the hell out of Dodge, where are you going? You know, if there's not a lot of places to jump, save Ruin Station, you could be good and screwed. You could find yourself in a predicament. So, that's a whole nother topic right there. But this right here is going to be the main ship used unless they make another in between now and then. This is going to be the main fighter mover. Your small ships, you're going to move to Pyro with one of these or multiple of these. Every org needs to have a few. Transportation orgs needs to have more than a few. That goes without saying. Now, what about what it can do outside of the obvious? Moving ships. You know, moving ships where? Outside of Pyro. We already know that. We're aware of it. What about a mining org? Let's say you come across a really nice uh, cluster of rocks, right? And you got your Orion out there. Your Orion's already out there, right? But you need some Argo moles, and you definitely need a handful of prospectors, right? put those prospectors on the back of this ship, maybe in Argo, I'm not sure, maybe on the top, it might fit, and you can get any mining vessel that's out right now, I'm thinking, to that location quickly, and without fuss. So you can use this to do that, or you can use this, Kraken. Okay. Now, I think Kraken is what, 13, 14, 1500? That's a big price difference for what you're trying to use it for. We're talking $1,000, So $500 right now, 575 if you recycle money. If you're in a mining org, it won't matter right now, but it will matter later. Better to be proactive than reactive. Now, I'm not telling you, man, put your money in this, get it now before it's gone. No, it's not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get you guys to think about future options. It's good and it's fun and it's understandable to play in the here and now, but there will be a future, okay? And the future is forever changing, okay? So you're gonna need some type of transport to get those prospectors out of there, okay? To get them out there, you're gonna need some kind of transport. And this is a perfect vehicle to get that done. I've been on the ropes about getting it brand new, and I'm not going to, but I did do a CCU upgrade temporarily. I didn't apply it. New guys, just in case you weren't aware, if you're not completely sure about a ship, but you are interested and you have the means, you can always CCU upgrade it, but don't apply it. Because if you don't apply it, it gives you wiggle room. You can still use the ship that you currently have, but if you don't like where it's going, you can melt it down. Now, this ship, it's definitely going to go up in price. It makes no sense outside. It doesn't make sense for it to be labeled under a capital ship, because honestly, and this is kind of besides the topic, but I personally fully expected to see a Anvil capital combative ship. I had my hands ready, man. I was ready. I was ready. Okay, I was ready, and I thought it would be a orbital bombardment vessel. That's what, I don't know why, but I thought it would be that, because that's one ship we're missing from Star Citizen right now. A lot of people might not like an orbital bombardment vessel, capital ship especially, but look, if we're being real, that's just as important as the A2 Hercules, and that's a video I'll make later. But I wanted to knock out this one because it could be coming down off of the stores sooner than later. I thought it would be that, but it's not. So this is what we get. I was a little disappointed, but I can see the purpose of having a transporter like this. Outside of getting to mining positions, what if you're a real small org, or hell, even a 5-man org, 5-6-man org, something like that, or a group? This is still pretty useful, especially if all of you guys are on there. And again, this is labeled on capital, so damn it, you should be able to fit more than 2 people on here. Let's just be real, especially at that price. 2 people to be able to operate, cool, but being able to hold more of that's a must. It's gonna have to happen, because it wouldn't make sense if it didn't. Just it won't make sense if they leave it at 2 as far as crew capacity. So if you're a small org, you're a small group of guys and gals, and you want to get around the verse together, got your fighters on top to protect it, you can get around all of Pyro in this thing. Okay, I fully expect this to be flight ready when Pyro is ready to be entered. That's what I'm anticipating. It's not a bad ship. It's not a bad, it's not a bad choice to make on CCU upgrade. It isn't. But know where you're at, know where you stand, and know what you want to do. Yes, as time goes, that may change. That's the beauty of being able to melt. So take the time out, look at it. like I said, I compared it to the Kraken. The Kraken is a far more expensive. This is a damn aircraft carrier, man. Look at it. So this is the pinnacle, I would say, for shit. This thing can carry a Caterpillar, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's up there. It's up there. This is the pinnacle, just like the Carrack is the pinnacle of exploration. You know, objectively right now, subjectively maybe later. We'll see. Um, then you have the M2. I believe this is the loaner. Maybe, maybe not. I think it is though. Um, a lot of people that have the M2 right now are kind of gritting their teeth, I believe, because of that Liberator. Then again, if I were you and I got this, I would actually be kind of happy. The Liberator holds 400 SCU. The Hercules, what is it, 520, 570, something like that? So give or take 120, 170 SCU, and you can carry way more than the M2. Now, one part that I am not sure on, and I don't think they put out a Q&A yet as of today to verify this. We don't know what kind of armor comes with the Liberator. We do know heavy armor comes with the M2. Okay, that's pretty important. Right now, doesn't matter, but when armor values get implemented, you are going to fully, everybody, new and old, everybody. I don't care if you started last week or if you've been in Star Citizen for years. You're going to realize how important, if you didn't already know, how important armor values are. Okay, because a heavily armored ship, it's going to be harder to take down than, say, a light armored or a civilian class or whatever like that. It's going to be much more difficult to pierce and get through that thick hull. So that's something else to consider. All right, M2 has it. We don't know if the Liberator has it yet. There's no definite answer, not that I'm aware of. If there is, I apologize. Wrong call. So it has decent. What is it? Two size fours or fives fixed, fives or fours gimbal. That's good. That's good for this type of ship. But if you are on this and your head is kind of in the wind, yeah, man, I would definitely CCU upgrade to the Liberator, because this is fixed for right now anyway. We saw what Caterpillar is doing, so that can always change. But as of right now, this is fixed. We know without a shadow of a doubt that the Liberator is going to go up in price, right? So if you have a M2, I would strongly suggest you set a CCU upgrade from the M2 to the Liberator. Don't apply it. Don't apply it. It gives you wiggle room. By the time the IAE comes around, you'll know if it's something, you'll know better if it's something that you want to continue to pursue, or if you want to walk that CCU back, delete it, and keep your M2. Okay? But better to have it in the box, because by the time it comes around for the IAE, I won't be surprised if it's already at 600. Honestly, I won't. I won't be surprised if it's at 600. So take that into consideration, and with that, that's my hopefully quicker and short scoop on the Anvil Liberator in comparison to the M2 and the massive Kraken. If you're operating a massive, huge orb, this is your guy. But you also will still have use for this, even with this. Okay. If you're a major org, got 1,500 people, 1,000 people plus, you probably have a few of these, on somebody's list already. So look, don't sleep on the Liberator. Don't look at it like, what is this? I don't need it. It's gonna be able to do things. I'm not gonna get into the guts. There's tons of videos on it. I just wanted to touch on what it can be used for outside of the box. Mining, personal transport, small org transport. Oh, I forgot one. Yeah, let's touch on this also. Piracy. Okay, I am not personally a pirate. I probably could be, but as of right now, it's not something I'm interested in delving into. But if you are interested in being a pirate, this ship, this ship right here, it's it's like the chamber for the bullet. Okay, you load up some hurricanes, um, a bunch of what's that ship called? Drake Buccaneers, just fighters. You and you have a caterpillar or maybe even a kraken standing by a ways away. This can move you around the system to see. And if you see, you already can have the people standing by or whatever in the jump seats. If you come across, a group of people that decided they wanted to cheap out on insurance and security, look, man, you can have the jump on them. You hop in, you bust them down, you call in the caterpillar or whoever else, you bring them in, take what you need, take what you want, and you hop back on before security gets there. Hop back inside of your liberator and take the hell off. Okay. A piracy org has uses for this ship. Don't think it doesn't. It definitely does. It can move the ships that you would normally use to take down medium sized and maybe some larger vessels. It can move those ships. So take that into consideration. Also, if you're a military player, obviously tanks, ballistas, you can move those in mass, in bulk. I'm pretty sure this ship can carry more than an M2. Okay, I'm pretty sure it can carry more tanks, more ballistas than that. So when it comes to dropping more and quicker and getting them across a larger space, this is paramount. This liberator is absolutely paramount. Okay, military org, transportation org, piracy org. It counts and it checks the boxes in every single aspect. Okay, guys. This has been Galactic Jack, and I hope you got something out of it. Like, share, subscribe if you did, and I'll be back later on with another video. You guys take care.